All right. Hello, you guys. Welcome to From Startup to Takeover with Kim and Latrice. Hi, Kim. How are you? I see that you're on mute, honey. Uh-oh. Look like you went out and got to come back in. Hold on, you guys. Kim's going to come back in. She might be having a little difficulty. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like her mic. So hold on. We're going to come back. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Kim, can you hear me?
Back, yes. I don't know what happened. It just blinked off as soon as zero went off. It blinked off.
That's okay. We're back. All right, you guys.
We're
Sorry
back.
about that.
Sorry. Welcome.
We are
Thank
definitely
you.
back.
Yes.
Yes, welcome. So, how was your day today, Kim? Minus the technical difficulty we just had.
It was good. It was good. I think it may have blinked off because I've been on here doing videos all day. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So sorry about that.
You're okay. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it did. How
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
you? How's your day?
Pretty good. It was busy.
Busy.
I was busy. I had a little downtime, maybe about an hour and a half. So I just laid down upstairs with my husband for a little bit, and then I was like, well, let me go and fix myself something to eat. I was not satisfied. I tried to eat. So first of all, let's say this. For the past 3 mornings, every morning, I've went out and eaten 2 cucumbers from the garden.
I know.
I rinse them off and I eat them right there in the backyard. And I was okay. And then for some reason today I did that. Well, I'll tell you what happened. My husband, who, when I say very rarely eats McDonald's, he had McDonald's breakfast. I didn't even see him eat it. He had. So here, let me put this out here. I love McDonald's. I know a lot of people don't. I'm sorry. That's my guilty pleasure, right? So when he said, you won't believe what I ate. And I was like, what? And he told me. And my mind, the mental was screwed. So I had to go pick up, a car, we have car rental company. So I had to go pick up a car. And girl, I just kept saying, please, by the time I pick up this car, let breakfast be over, right? Because I wanted to eat, but I wasn't even freaking hungry. And so by the time I got close to one, it was over by like 19 minutes. So I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. So I got home. Mind you, I had already had my cucumbers, and I'm in the house and I'm just looking for stuff. I'm like, girl, drink your coffee. You haven't had your coffee yet. So I drank my coffee. Still wasn't satisfied. I got messed up mentally by that freaking McDonald's. So I'm like, you're not even hungry. What are you doing? And I ended up for lunch, because by this time it was like, I got home about 11. So I said, well, let me order I love Chinese food. So I ordered me some Chinese food. Couldn't even finish it. It was good, but it wasn't good because it wasn't what was on my brain, right? So my baby ended up pretty much finishing that for me. And so my daughter said that she was gonna cook dinner. So I was like, okay, fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna relax. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna eat dinner. So I went back out to the garden and grabbed me a cucumber. So, and I mixed it with green onion, and I put something else in there. What did I put in there? Girl, I can't even remember. It was cucumber, green onion. Oh, and a pepper, sweet banana pepper. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat anything else after this. Was not satisfied. So I was up there with my husband, and then I said, I'm going to go down here before the podcast and find something to eat, because I didn't want to eat what they had ate. I'm so glad they had ate it up. Why? I cooked noodles with the boiled egg, girl, and still didn't eat all that. I said, I have no idea what I'm going through today.
Yeah,
but I am like not satisfied with nothing that I ate. So I didn't even eat all my noodles. Just threw them in the trash just now. So anyway, and I've been all over the place today because he messed me up with the freaking McDonald's breakfast.
Yep.
So that's been my day.
And I've been looking at you eating your cucumbers, and they're so big and pretty. Sure. How did you get them so big?
Look, with that crunch, with the video that I sent you, did you hear that crunch?
No, I did. How? What are you doing?
Nothing. Just let them grow. Just let them grow. The good thing with cucumbers, green beans, so there are some vegetables you don't really have to touch as much, right? Like your potatoes. They kind of like do their own thing. Just make sure you water them. And you got to pick them at the right time, right? Which is, of course, the variety that I have, which I forgot the name of it. Is it crimson? I can't remember.
Did you say How many days did you say it take for them to
about 55 from because I grow my stuff from seed. So from seed to when you can kind of pull them about 55 days.
55 days, okay.
Yeah.
And they come out like that in 55 days. They look like what you sent me.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. Yes, ma'am. My daddy asked me, like, oh, they good. I said, I noticed they so much better than the store. Yes. I mean, it's just so juicy. And you know, cucumbers are number one for water, right?
Yes.
So, oh my God, I just love it. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been doing the past 3 mornings. And I just looked, I was like, I want to make sure I have some that's going to be ready for me in the morning. And there are also others that are growing. So yeah, I want to keep a good number of cucumber plants growing up until they get cold. Cause you know, it's really for summer time is when cucumbers grow.
I need a few of those cucumbers, but about time they get to me, they may be.
They'll be like the ones in the store. Just do like I said and go and start that garden, girl. Stop playing.
The bug.
Let me tell you something. This is the best way to look at it. One of my best friends told me the same thing. And I said, well, but they have their purpose. They serve their purpose. If they wasn't supposed to be here, God would not have created them, right? So everything has a purpose. So I used to be horrified of bees, but now I love them. I get mad if I don't see no bees in my garden because I understand their purpose, right? So the bugs that are there, there's a purpose for every bug. Like a lot of people want to kill, they call they're green worms, girl. And they grow, they get into like your tomatoes, your cucumbers, you know, plants, and people get so upset, but they have a purpose. If you know, there's other things that try to get onto your plants, and those things will actually kill. Instead of getting on your plants, it will get on that the green worm, and it kills the worm. So it's 1-2 deal. Just leave them there. Let them do their thing. I always say feed nature and feed your family. It sounds crazy, but have a plant that you're willing to let go, right? And then the others for yourself. That's kind of how I do it. So I don't get all up in arms when I see one. You know, I don't want them to attack multiple, but if I see one, I'm kind of good with that, and that helps me understand that, you know, they have their purpose. And that's why God has us grow food seasonal. Everything has a purpose. And so that's what helped me embrace the bugs in the garden, you know.
Prepared for that. I have to get my brain prepared to know these bugs are here for a purpose.
Yeah, they are.
Leave them alone. I have to get
I understand. I do. I understand. Because one of my best friends, she just like, oh, girl. And I'm like, just change your mindset. And then eventually, you know, and nobody's saying go crazy. I'm not saying go crazy like my crazy tail did and grow all that stuff at once. You know, just start out small with something you love.
Yeah.
Fruit, whether it's fruit or vegetable, something you really, really enjoy, and grow that and then go from there.
I thought about just getting me some pots and put them on my porch on the patio or something like that, like pots instead of really putting it in the
because I do both. Absolutely. I grow on my deck. I grow on my deck, my yard, and my patio.
Okay. On your deck, what do you have?
On my deck, I have the sweet banana peppers. That's where I'm gonna grow my lettuces again. But during this time, I had my romaine lettuce, my iceberg lettuce, not iceberg, my romaine lettuce, my Bibb head butter lettuce, and it was another lettuce I had on it. I got green beans on the deck as well. And I had the it's the different colors lettuce. What was that called? I forgot the name of it. It's like a red, a dark red. I forgot the name of it though. So I had that growing on my deck, and on my steps before it got hot, I had my broccolis growing, and then around my patio is where I had my lettuces. But now that the weather's switching over, you know, it's gonna be like collard greens, cabbage. It's your cool weather crops now. It's what I'm getting ready to.
So you said lettuces. So which ones are the best? Because I thought they said that the iceberg lettuce was not good for you.
I don't grow the iceberg lettuce. That's why I said, oh my bad, not the iceberg lettuce, right?
Okay.
So here's the twist of what we continue to do, and it's a beautiful thing. We continue to evolve and learning. They're now saying spinach really is not really that good for you, right?
I heard.
Yeah. And that was a hot
one
that they got everybody on, right? So I think it's just trial and error. And I honestly think the trial and error is going to be with your body, because what's good for Kim may not be good for Latrice, right? So I think we have to grow what we say we enjoy, try that, and see what happens. I think that's the best way. Like I asked my family for the cool crops coming up, what's your favorite? So that's definitely going in the ground, right? And I may do more grow bags because than in ground, only because our weather where I am, it's a hit and miss of being very bad. So I've been here since the end of 2018, and I want to say I've only had one horrible winter, and I'm in Maryland, right? So it's just a weird spot where I'm at. So I'm planning on probably doing more grow bags. So if it do get bad, I can move them into my sunroom in my house. That just right off the deck. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Then you're ready for whatever. Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah. But yeah, so you guys, today is episode 35, and we wanted to discuss the guilt of creating broken homes. Yeah. So I wanted to tap into that one because I am guilty of that. And I say I'm guilty of that, although in my mind, right, there was a reason why I got divorced and my home for my children became a broken home. I still made the choice, right? To get a divorce rather than continue fighting for something that I felt wasn't in my family's best interest at the time. And the sad part with that, there's no regret on the break, but it's a regret on even creating that environment to where I had to break the home. I didn't initiate it. It was because my ex-husband was loose, right? So because God gives you that out, he don't say you have to divorce. There's a choice. You can still stay married. But I had that conversation with my father, and in the end I did choose to just walk away. But the guilt, they're now adults in creating that broken home. So, that's an experience that I've had based off of my choices from not having those deep conversations at a younger age, trying to live the way that God intended, right? Fully is what I'm saying. And understanding what that meant, I feel put me in the box that I'm in, to where they end up being products of a broken home. What are your thoughts on us creating, regardless of who's at fault, right? Broken homes.
Well, I kind of feel the same way because I've, carried that guilt as well of creating a broken home. I tried to do everything I could to maybe cover up the guilt, if that makes sense. So I don't feel guilty for what I did or what I was doing. So I would do things that I thought made me happy or the kids happy. That way I didn't think anything about being guilty of anything. Because I felt like everything was going smooth. But inside I knew I felt a lot of guilt because I separated the home. So
but based off of his choices, though, correct?
Yes, right, that's right.
Like me. Yeah.
So I separated the home.
Yep.
I didn't feel what I needed to feel. Not that bad, a great father, caretaker, whatever, but it was me. Like, I felt like I wasn't being taken care of. So I felt guilt because I left because I felt that I wasn't taken care of. And I didn't. Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't, the kids were okay, but if you look, they were not okay because they are going through the same things I'm going through, but as children.
Yeah.
I'm the protector. So I felt like if I'm, go away or whatever, they would be happy. The growing. not in a home.
Toxic environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my environment was toxic. I don't know if yours was really considered toxic.
No,
Mine
no.
was
But
definitely toxic.
you call it toxic because anything, if you're fussing or, having words.
Oh, absolutely.
It's toxic.
If
The
it's
same
ugly,
thing, you wake up and the same thing going on every day. You wake up to the same thing every day. That's toxic.
Yeah.
That is not good.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think when we think I thought I was making I still think it was the best decision, but it was the best decision based on my bad choice originally. Does that make sense? Like, no, I'm not even blaming him for my choice in choosing to get married at 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was who I chose because I didn't understand not truly.
That's right.
What or how we should be living, right? Yeah. Did I want to get married and didn't have a baby? Yeah, I did. And I did it in that order. I got married and had a baby. But the truth is I was already had already started practicing fornication, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those like, oh yeah, we're gonna get married, we're gonna get married, but we still ain't gonna be doing this yet. You see what I'm saying? And so I was making bad choices. And I really didn't know the right man I thought I did because I thought it was supposed to be off of love, but I didn't understand. It really should have been about spiritual connection for God. Truly.
But we had to see that and hear that in order to
and we didn't
live that. And we did. And I'm 17 now. I'm 17 with a baby, having pregnant, but I'm married. I'm getting married. So I always say I was a baby. And he always says, stop saying that because you wasn't a baby. Yes, I was. Yes, I were. Because right now, I wouldn't let my child at 18, baby, I was on her neck. What? My son, what? You are still kids to me. I was a child. We didn't know. And then listening to things back in the day, it was families were created at 14 back in the day.
I'm about to say it was, before that, it was worse than so at 19, honey, I'm sorry, I did not see myself as no child, baby. But I was not a child, honey. I was a young adult. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know what I know now as far as God's way. Yeah. So it's like these broken homes that we have created due to our lack of knowledge, due to who was teaching us or not teaching us.
Right.
We still have guilt, because people have discussions of, well, the woman broke up the home because she left. Okay. But the man really broke up the home because he was doing the things to cause the woman to leave. Those are facts, right?
Amen.
So yes, and the woman do have a choice to stay, and some women stay. I'm not wired that way. Sorry, I am not. So, but
I am not either.
But I do say God created the out because He knows how painful infidelity is, and so in creating that as the reason where
not even infidelity, because it don't have to be about infidelity all the time to leave now.
Well, no, I'm talking about in the Bible, the word, right? Where the guy discussed, I'm talking about actually what is written, right? Where he says for sexual immorality. So that's what I'm speaking of. So for me, because that was the issue, I did get divorced in peace. Now, even though I got divorced in peace and was happy, honey, I will never forget the judge, because I did my own divorce. And the judge said, oh, you're going to run these lawyers out of town. And I was giggling to myself because I was like, no, I just need to get up out of here real bad. So I prepared myself. I ordered my stuff online and I presented my case to the judge. I had brought my witness and I asked my witness the questions I was supposed to ask, and I got my divorce. And I felt a huge relief, but still sad for my kids. But I knew they needed to get out of the environment. You know what I mean? Because if that was going on, and this is what I used to say to my ex-husband, you didn't give me a choice in how I wanted to live. You should have at least presented Not that I was going to say that wasn't the point. It was, you should have said, this is how I think a marriage should be. And that way you give me an option to choose that lifestyle or not. And my thing to him was, I'm not going to allow you to take me away from my children, which, you know, because he was just out there. You want to bring something home to me that I couldn't get rid of. So I really wanted out. And I thought that was the best thing. And even though it was, there's still guilt behind walking away, versus choosing to wait for that person to eventually get themselves together, because some people do, right? We never know who's going to evolve. And I just couldn't wait around for that because of the repercussions that could have been, right? So yeah, I just wanted to tap on the guilt that we sometimes have when you've caused me to now do the inevitable, which is walk away.
Right.
And my kids, they are a product of that.
Yeah. All kids are product of broken homes. I mean, not all kids. Kids that are from broken homes are product of broken homes. So yeah. Yeah, because I know mine are, and they let me know, but they don't let me know by, you know, rah-rahing at me. Things that they say or do let me know, yeah, this is from trauma from a broken home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that part hurts me. But I'm like I said, I tell you all the time, thank God for Jesus, because what I didn't do, he did.
Yeah. But I think, you know, the thing for me is, that's why you and I can have these open, honest conversations, so that those coming behind us, they don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
But I think the best way, and it's not that it's going to be perfect in your selection, so I'm never saying that, but I think the best way would be to go in it intentionally dating, knowing exactly who you are, who the other person is, and what both of you want. And early on, if you see that they are not authentic in following God, exit. Because
and I feel you will know, because after all I've been through, and I've been studying for a long time, and in the first book, Genesis 2:18, I'm always going to go there. He said he made a fit just for you. So I feel like if we continue to talk and, you know, put God in everything, and people hear it and they put God into their lives and hear what he say, it's a fit for you. I made a fit just for you. Just for you, Kim. It's a fit for you. Just for you. People get that in their head. It's a fit just for you. I'm imagining you have your fit for you, because you're with your fit right now, right? I'm talking to you. It's a fit. You have your fit right now. You've had your marriage and life, and now you have the person that's fit for you.
Well, so what I think is that so I'm one of these. I don't personally believe God sets you with your person. I do not.
You don't?
No. Why? I think that, because if that's the case, he would choose your salvation for you. I don't think he does that. I don't think God does that. Your salvation is more important than your spouse. But I think that because my salvation is more important than having a spouse. But I do believe he wants you to get in and understand his word, and he wants you to connect with someone who also is in there living in his word. Correct. But as far as, I don't, because I think the salvation is more important than a spouse. That's the only reason. That's my only reason why I don't believe he does that.
Well, I'm just going by what I read. That's all I'm doing. I'm going by what I read and what I see, and on that Bible, in the Bible, because everything in that Bible I believe. So that's what I'm going by, and I that's an affirmation that I say. Because fit for me, whatever that person is fit for me, he is fit for me. Not saying he's gonna choose a person, but I do say.
Oh, I got you. Okay, not that he's gonna choose the person, but the person is out there. I got you.
Yeah, it's fit for me. Yeah,
I got you. Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely. Yeah. Now that I do believe. I got you. I had it
mhm,
twisted. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That I definitely do believe.
And that's Genesis 2:18. People, if you want to see it, go there. Genesis
But I
2 and
think that
18.
people have to um they've got to first acknowledge what is
What?
required. Um because so let me say this, even if let's say your person, right? They say
Mhm,
your person is out there,
mhm,
you may miss them, right? So I
mhm.
think, oh shoot. See, oof, this is a tough one because they may miss you. So
That's
I
right.
just think
That's right.
we've got to really get in here and study God's word, and that's why He
That's
tell us to study and meditate on His
right.
word.
On
Because
him.
sometimes we can get stuck with someone who we think is that fit, and it's not that fit. It's not.
Mhm.
But
'Cause
you're
we
still there because you don't want to leave. You
mhm,
don't because back in the day, a lot of time, they felt that they were supposed to stay married.
they
And
did.
regardless of what was going on, and that wasn't, they just didn't understand. They didn't read it properly in the Bible, although it's there in black and white.
It's
It's
there.
yeah, and they wasn't I think being taught properly. And
Mhm,
a lot of times, even though you're reading, when you're also being taught something, especially you talk about in the pulpit,
mhm,
they're saying
mhm.
all this stuff, and these people, I'm gonna put it that way, will stand in these horrific environments.
Yes.
Um, and so from that, I think from trying to have theirs do better instead of having us follow God's way, because again, they still wasn't really tapped into that.
Mhm,
They started pushing independency
mhm,
versus God's way of living, right?
mhm,
I think that's what happened to us, meaning our generation.
mhm,
It was pushed to be independent because they knew the
mhm,
men wasn't trained properly. I don't think they tapped into why the men
mhm.
wasn't trained properly. They just knew something was off. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
was lopsided. The men was treating women less than, and that was going on for eons. And I think
Still.
that, and I think that the way the world is as it's supposed to evolve, we're learning more. We're understanding what God's requirement is,
His
but the
people
one,
know him. His
hmm,
people know him. God's people know him and know his word, know his voice, his word, and know his people.
that
That's how.
sounds good, but the numbers don't speak it. So
Yeah,
I
that's
just don't
numbers.
think I think a lot of people who are after God's heart, um, I don't think they're getting what they're supposed to be getting. And I say that because I was one of those, yeah, I was God's people, but I wasn't getting it though. I wasn't getting it. And
But it
I
was
think
what
that's
who
the
were you getting
important
it
part.
from? It's
Said
who
again.
we were. It was who we were getting it from.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
Like we
They're getting it the same way though, because if you look at
mhm,
the popular pastors, and
mhm,
here we are again, if you look at the popular pastors, what are they teaching? Old
mhm.
school stuff. Um, and I
Not
think that,
mine.
hmm,
Not mine. But yeah.
I'm talking majority, right?
Mhm.
Because not mine either, but I'm talking about the majority of, I'm talking about the masses and
Yeah.
about the big shift, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
with big shift, the majority are still getting what we were getting. Um,
Mhm.
and so, my big thing is having these new generation of young adults grasp what is required
Mhm.
and then deciding which path they want to take. But I think it needs to be known what is actually just right there in the Bible. And
Mm.
you have so many different religions, and that also is going to be a conflict, right? Um, because there are some religions who believe some of it, right?
Mhm.
They get
Mhm.
so close to what you would say the kingdom living, but there's a twist or a turn on who Jesus is, the representation. Um,
Mhm.
which for us is huge. But I think even in Christianity, we have to be careful, because in Christianity, it makes room for a lot of mess, honestly, versus living the way that God wants us to live. So I wanted to get into the guilt of us creating these broken homes and trying to reverse that, trying to change that. And I think we have got to get men on our podcast, because we're women giving our view, and I think we need to start finding out. I put something out on my page, and no one has said anything. I got a couple likes, but no one has made a comment. And I was trying to find out, do these men want to truly be in this position that we talk about, right? Or do they really now just going towards the worldly way, and they just want the woman to come in and be there and do everything with them?
That's what it's about. Now, in this climate, the men want the women to be 50-50. They want them to bring in, they want them to do just as much as they. They're not going to do more than the woman.
It's like they want to be soft with us. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. They want to be soft with us. Really it's like they are very upset that they are supposed to carry.
They don't think they're supposed to. Do not worry, baby.
But they're supposed to carry, because they're the foundation. That's what foundation is. A foundation holds up everything. And it's like they do not want that, and the audacity for us women. And this whole thing of, what do you provide? What do you bring to the table?
That's
Women,
right.
what?
That's right. That's
what are we talking about here?
And women, some women, they're out there doing it. Yeah. And it makes it hard for the ones who want the men to do the responsibility.
Girl, did you see that Keisha? What's her name? Keisha Kior? I don't even know her proper name. Yeah. The Gucci Man. Is it Gucci Man wife? Yeah. Is that who it is? Girl, I was like, this sick way of living.
She held him down, and then when he got out, she held him down. So
I don't have no, I'm not going to do the whole holding them down, because it's a lot of us that hold the man down. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not the holding down. It's the babying him. It's the letting him have a soft life where all he has to worry about is making music. Come on now.
That's a lot of them, not just him.
But I'm talking about her, because when we were just saying, like, them being out here, it brought to my mind when I saw what she said. That's why I'm talking about hers. Because you had said something about the women, they're out here. What did you say? They got us. I forgot what you
said. They're out here doing it. So the ones, that want the men
trying to make it like it's normal.
For us to get them to do or see, this is the way we're supposed to live. If you take care of us, we're going to automatically take care of you.
We're going to automatically take care of you, but not to the extent that they are out here trying to have it like the men should have nothing to worry about. First of all, we are the accountant, we are the maid, we are the chef, we are the CEO, we are the executive, we are the admin,
the nurse,
we are the landscaper,
the cleaner,
girl. So it's like, so don't go there. That's normal. That's really is normal. That's an automatic. The problem is when you say he has to worry about nothing else. That's not how that's supposed to go. That's the women running your household. Then they turn around and have children. Then those children are pissed that the woman was so well, you had the man soft. And I think that's part of why these men are upset with these women, because they're going to saw women do everything that they think is supposed to continue because of bull crap like this. And that's not how that's supposed to be.
In some movies, they were trying to show us in some parts of the movie. Just take Love and Basketball. Remember that scene where the dad came in there giving the mama the shirt to iron, and he didn't like it, and she would get mad and be like, you just do everything he say. You just like don't have a life of your own. You just do everything, like everything. And I was like, wow, yeah. Do you remember that part on Love and Basketball? Did you?
Oh, the daughter. The daughter.
The
Talking about
daughter,
when the
right?
daughter got, yep, yeah,
When she was, I think the sister was doing her hair, and
yeah,
the dad wanted her
mhm,
to iron. She was tired. The mother was tired.
mhm,
You could tell she was tired and wore out,
mhm.
and she got the daughter. I can't even
He
call her
was
name.
treating her as just a servant, that she
Yes,
was just his servant. And
yes.
the unfortunate part is when they come out and act as if that's okay when the other pieces are missing. Because see, it's
Mhm,
not about money. I have this conversation with my husband all the time. I'm not
mhm.
about money.
That's
That is
right.
that is not the most important thing.
It
I'm
is not
sorry, you can't sell me
food.
with that.
It's
You
a
have
food.
to do more than be the provider financially.
Mhm,
And the fact that they're out here, this whole narrative now is the women have got to come in and they're already working. Let's just put that out there. They're already working. They're the ones that's coming home majority of the time cooking. They're the ones coming home majority of the time cleaning. They're the ones majority of the time preparing, doing everything with the kids.
mhm. You
If
better
that is
believe
already kind of in play, or let's say if a man's not in the
it.
home because people have already got families and they've broken up for whatever reason, they're already working in this capacity. Then when you get a stepfather into the home, and then the stepfather goes, "Oh, well, add me to the list
Hmm.
because I want to be like a Gucci man, make my
Hmm.
life easier." That's pretty much what that is because she had other kids.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go there. So
Mhm.
but she's making this man life easier. Not that he's not making hers. I'm not saying he's not, but that makes me, in my opinion, she's a bossy woman. She's a bossy chick, right?
Mhm.
I want to be in control of everything you do, and that's a slippery slope right there. But I think that it makes these men think they're valid. Their points are valid when they see this multimillionaire. If that's what they make, I don't really know, but if they are multimillionaires, it makes them think that this is how life is supposed to be, and
Yep.
they're thinking worldly.
It is
They're
not.
thinking worldly, and it is not.
Mhm. And you said going on soft. The guys are soft. They're making the kids soft because I remember back in the day, the man would fix things in the home and
Mm.
at the home. But now you don't have any men to fix anything in the home. They won't. They don't want to cut the grass, get the hands
Girl, let
dirty.
me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Now the
And
young
there is
boys don't want
nothing
to do it.
sexier. There is nothing, absolutely nothing sexier than seeing your man
You better
fix
believe
what's
it.
broken in y'all home.
Yep.
I don't care, y'all. You can make all the money where you can sit out here and listen to. Okay, well, because one of my girlfriends
Yep.
said this was one before I had got a cleaner, and she was like, "Girl, think about these neighborhoods that we living in. These men ain't cutting their yards. They
Nope.
got lawn services." Because it was
Yep.
hard for me to first
Mhm.
get me a cleaning company, right? I mean, it took probably 2 years of my husband, saying, "Yeah, we should get this, to help." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm working from home now. That's kind of lazy, right?" And my
Mhm.
girlfriend was like, "Stop trying to be superwoman. Don't let people make you think one thing. Look at your neighborhoods." And I started thinking on that thing. I mean, I went back years. I
Mhm.
was like, wait a minute. These
Yep.
men out here talking about women
Mhm.
and they got lawn services doing their yards.
Believe it. Believe
Baby,
it.
their
Believe it.
life
Back
can
in
be
the day, it
easier,
wasn't
but
that.
how dare you? Yeah,
Mhm.
girl. So yeah,
But
I
back
had a
in
problem with
yeah,
that. Soon as I saw that article, I was like, she said what? This is
I'm telling you,
standard. But the
it
only issue, her part was standard to me. The only issue was when she just made it where all he had to worry about was one thing. Oh no, ma'am. Mm-mm.
mhm.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no, ma'am.
Mm-mm. Well,
And the men were loving it in the comments. I was like, this is so sad. They want to
and
be softer than us. Shit.
it's bad because everything is about getting a bag.
It is.
So it's get a bag, get a bag, get a bag. The bag gonna
Yeah.
pay for the lawn, the bag gonna pay for the pipes, the bag gonna pay for the
Mhm.
flooring, the bag gonna pay for the paint, everything because nobody, no men, and the women are trying to do it. The
Yep.
women are actually trying to
Yep.
build homes. I'm
Yeah.
watching what's her name? Corinne Hawthorne. She's one of my little favorite singers, gospel
Hmm.
singers. She's
Hmm.
out there building.
Yeah.
Where the men are not helping us in any kind of way. Not all, not all.
Right. Right. We talking about majority numbers. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
always speaking of majority, you guys, not
Yes.
all. Absolutely.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
but the majority, it's like this is another world.
Yeah. How dare you expect
I
me to
was
get my
younger,
hands dirty?
maybe the mother had the sons cutting the grass.
Yep.
You know, they were cutting the grass, taking out the trash. You know, now, no, the women taking out the trash.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
cutting the grass, because I'm watching older ladies cut the grass. If I could, I would cut my own grass, but I can't because of injury. If it wasn't for that injury, or if I get me a little money, get me a big lawnmower that I can sit on, maybe I could do it if I could handle it. But otherwise, I have to pay someone to cut my grass.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. I don't. It's people don't. Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
that's what I'm
even.
saying. If we can get you guys to make better choices in the beginning, change this narrative, listen to us. We ain't old heads, we're just older heads. Listen to us, late 40s, early 50s, tell you guys, do it different so that we are not creating these broken homes for whatever the reason. I'm not faulting anyone who had to be the one to initiate a divorce or who gave in and signed on the dotted line. It's just about how can we teach our children, our grandchildren, our friends' children to choose differently. But first, before choose differently, to know who they are, whose they are, and to then make sure that they choose properly, so that we can change and turn around what is going on. Even if, it takes 50 years, I don't care. I just want the turnaround to happen. And Kim, my saying, I'm sorry. It starts with the men. It really does. You guys stop trying to live the soft life like your wife. That is not, that is not how this is supposed to go. Yes, we are your helpmate. Yes, we will be right here with you, building whatever we need to build for our family in the process of teaching these children, molding these children, and leaving things behind for the generation behind us. But it has to start with you guys. You have got to change the narrative. You have got to find out who you are. I'm sorry, I keep saying whose you are.
Yes.
And follow God's way.
Yeah, if we can. Because look at the world now. Look at what's going on right now. Just look at what's going on. Things are falling, collapsing. We need a foundation, our men to be our foundation. Like things are collapsing in our faces. Absolutely. And our young men need to be trained. Not even trained, because you train a dog to be taught.
Well, it's trained, taught. Yeah. It is training.
Things of how to be the head.
Train them up the way they should go. Yes.
If you follow God, just follow Jesus. If you just follow him, they will. But the men I don't know what happened, whether
they're so far removed from God's way.
That's where did the disconnect come from?
And I think we want things so badly, we just go get them, even though they're not where they're supposed to be. And it is going to take both of us. I just think that since the man is the foundation, they need to start. Stop trying to be like us.
Out
here
say that all day. But we can say that all day. It's just that we're going to have to find a way to let the men know that we need them.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But see, it's in this climate, we're not showing them that we need them to do that. We're showing them how to go get a bag.
We're showing them we're so desperate, we're taking them as they are.
Yeah.
we don't see it as desperate, right? It screams desperate. It's only because we don't know who we are. And so we go and we want them and we fall in love, or we use them for whatever reason. And we create these families, and they're going to turn into broken homes because
God wanted us to have families. If he didn't, he wouldn't have created Adam and Eve to.
He wouldn't have created Adam the way he created him and created Eve the way he created her from him.
He wanted us to have families.
Yep.
Yeah. Now in the Bible it says everybody won't be married,
Right. Right.
but he created us,
Mm-hmm.
male and female,
Yep.
to be together.
Mm-hmm.
And that
And
male,
you're not supposed to be doing it just loosely because he made it to where it would also feel good. That's not what
that's
that's
right.
about.
That's right.
Now, I mean, once you become married, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
still wanted a certain way. And there's a reason why. He knew what all comes with that,
Mm-hmm.
So you young ladies out here, um, who are virgins, stay that way. Get to know yourself very well biblically. What God's expectation is for a husband. First of
And
all, you
no.
also need to know what God says a husband should be, what that looks like, while you're also working on yourself so you don't choose wrong, make the mistakes that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
us have made. Just because you are a woman or will become a woman does not mean you only need to know what a woman is supposed to do, right? Know
Mm-hmm.
what that man is supposed to do so that when he begins to date you, you can immediately say, no, thank you. It won't even take you long, right?
And so
Go ahead.
surround yourself with positivity, with people who are living and showing you. And one of the
Mhm,
words in the Bible says, you follow your spiritual guider. Whoever
mhm.
your spiritual guider is, you imitate him. Make sure that spiritual guider is following Jesus, the word, doing positive things, doing the right things, not doing things bad that will come out the year later or whatever. Make sure you are in those kind of groups. Find
Yeah.
yourself those type of groups, people who are letting their light shine in a positive way.
Mhm.
So you could see, because it's a lot of negative out here. Remove yourself from negative and put it to the positive. Move it to positive. Remove yourself from negative. People don't understand that negative will fester in a way that you will pick it up and you will start doing it.
It's gonna come out. Whatever you take in is gonna come out. It has to. So you have to be careful who you have to be careful who you're following on social media. And you
Yes.
guys who are out here loosely doing stuff and thinking you don't care, it's up to whomever to make a decision on if they want to follow your negative content. Um,
Mm-hmm.
be very careful of that. God tells us, be careful how we treat his little ones. You have
Right.
to be mindful
That's
that
right.
people are coming behind you. And I get it that a lot of people don't care about other people. Well, let me say that they're lying, because if they're close to them, they care, right? But we've
Mm-hmm.
got to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. That's
That's
why
right.
you've got to tap into loving yourself first. If you can tap into really truly loving yourself, following God's path, you're going to care about your neighbor. You're going to. Um, and that's
I
gonna that's
care
gonna
about my
help
neighbors.
in more.
I care about my neighbors, but they don't care for me. If
But
you
that's
get
not
what
what
I'm
it's about. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
about if they care for you. It's
Yeah,
it's
but
about.
that would be another conversation, because
Mhm.
you have to fight through that as well. Because
You
to care for your
absolutely.
neighbor, that your
This
neighbor
this
doesn't care for
but that's
you.
because this path is smaller. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be a lot of people who are gonna choose this type sacrifice. It's
Mm-mm.
because it's not easy. So I don't
Mm-mm.
care if they're trying
And
to
people don't
do
want
me the
hard.
same way. I'm not worried about if they're trying to treat me that way. I don't even think that's what it's about, you
No,
know?
I'm not saying it like
Yeah.
that. I'm saying, like, example. We are different colors in my neighborhood.
Mhm.
I care about you and want to make sure that if anything's happening or whatever, I will look out for you. But because I am who I am, you won't with me.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
yeah, that's
won't
it. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So
another
that's why
conversation.
you guys got to make sure you study and understand what God's
Yeah.
requirements are. And I
Yeah.
think that if
And
we
I
can start
still do it.
there, if we can start there, I
Mm-hmm.
think that your walk um will be better than a lot of ours, right?
Mhm.
Because I repeat, I did not understand to the point I understand now. I don't know why that is.
Yep.
But it could be again based on the times where the world has always been evolving. So when I say evolve, I'm not saying like this is a brand new thing. We have evolved from eons ago, right? So that
Yep.
evolving is a continual thing. This is what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to continue as a people to evolve. And so I didn't get it. The understanding at that young age.
Right.
But you guys can get
Yes.
it now.
Yes.
Because if more people start talking about it, this foundation, this kingdom way of living, then it gets out to the masses.
Mhm.
Because it takes people to have a conversation. Somebody hears it, then they repeat it, and somebody else hears and they repeat it. So it's not about the biggest numbers; it's about small changes. And so yeah, I wanted to tap into
It used to
broken
be
home.
it used to be what is it, where your sisters, where they adopt the sister or adopt a brother, and you spend
Yeah,
time with them.
yeah, they still got that.
It went away.
Oh no, they still have that.
They still have it. I
Yeah.
haven't heard
Yeah.
about it in such a long time. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like those type of things we need to bring back.
Well, it's still there. It didn't go anywhere. That's what they said. Bring back. Like, no, it's still there.
You know, it's still there, but put it as our priority.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think so, because a lot of young girls or a lot of young boys, they are in need of this.
Absolutely.
And it's not, and maybe the people that they are around or the groups, they're not feeding them what they need to eat.
Just like they weren't with us. And that's why I think the conversation has to be had. And you and I was talking about, who are we having these conversations with? I saw my cousin, he put something, we have a different spiritual belief. He's Muslim. And he did put something on social media today. He was saying that, about marriage is really about God, which it is. Our difference is who Jesus represents, who Jesus is, right? And so he's getting down to, I think in that aspect, we agree on the marriage institution. The difference between, in my personal opinion, Muslim and Christians are who Jesus is, right? Which is huge in my personal take. But yeah, so I think the conversations just have to be had all the time, and we have to be vulnerable in our mistakes. And those we know have to be vulnerable in their mistakes and have to acknowledge, because when you and I was growing up, we were so respectful. You better not ask no questions to these adults.
Not what you
that's a problem.
Be in the room with them listening.
But that's the problem.
Go in your room.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. They were, I think a lot of them probably was embarrassed, or they didn't want you to know they weren't who they say they were. And because that comes with accountability, right? So I think that's part of the issues, telling these children to not be around and they don't need to hear. No, be honest. Train these children. Stop sending them out of the room. They need to be in the room watching what you're reading, watching what you're watching on TV, because if it's the wrong thing, what you watching it for? I'm just saying. So this whole training, I know you don't like the term training, I'm sorry. Raising, it's important. It's important what you're showing your children, because they are going to become an adult one day, and they're going to sit you down and tell you some things you don't want to hear if you are not doing it right. It's going to happen.
Yep. And I have that conversation all the time. I have that conversation all the time. I'm like, these kids need to know they are little people with their own mind.
Yes. And we are either helping them or we're hurting them right now. Right now, you are either helping your children and your grandchildren and your great grandchildren.
That's right.
or you're hurting them, because whatever seed you are planting in your children is going to fester out into your grandchildren and your great grandchildren.
It's
The
gonna
generational thing is real. It's not just about you and getting your whatever type life you think you want. You got to think past that. So anyway, you guys, we it's time for us to get up out of off here before my boss get to fussing, because you know Latrice, honey, I will go past. Yeah, we over already. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us for our Tuesday night episode. Huh?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, yeah. So thank you guys. We will be back. Okay, we'll be back on Thursday night at 8 p.m. And you can, hear us on all the platforms. Wherever you listen to a podcast at, you will find us. From startup to takeover.
And I just want to say, I hope that something we said changed the mind tonight. That something we said touched someone's heart to do something different, to show something different. I just hope something that we are saying, it touches, it comes to someone picks it up and pass it along, pass it forward.
Yeah.
I just hope someone's listening and want to change their way and help the young ones come up the way they need to come up, so we won't have all these broken homes.
That's right.
So, but that's
absolutely
all. Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us from Startup to Takeover.
WUW.
All right. We will see you guys on Thursday at 8 p.m.
Good night.
Have a good night.